Hi guys, welcome again to Raptorz fishing fly tying session. Today we're gonna tie this. This is a 6-inch bait, very sparsely, very less material with much volume. Yeah, so let's start. As hook I'm using the Gamakatsu F314 in size 2.0, and for instead of my dubbing ball I normally use, I use a rubber bead, half cutted. Doesn't matter which consistency it has, if it's more stiff or more like rubber style, you know. It is worth about to think for the diameter. It is worth to think about the diameter, yeah, because the more diameter we have, the more the stuff is gonna make the bait explode. So I need to have a thread base where I can lock in my rubber bead. In the back I do it a bit more thick, just to give the bead a good bed and a bit of pressure that will easily stick on my thread. Of course I will help with some super glue. In this case I'm using a super glue which cures very fast. It's an industry super glue, very good stuff. Everybody knows Loctite. Just spread it here around the hook. So, and then we have to turn that. Get it in position while turning. It's more easy then. And it already has set. I felt a minute ago, a second ago. Okay, so now we're gonna prepare our material. For the material I use volume fiber, pre-mixed. You see that sparkle in it. One type of sparkle is Hadron pearl sparkle in, I think, black, or it is more like dark green, looks like olive, and some solid flash, some black holographic flash. And the material amount I need is around about 1.5 toothpick. So you just pull your fibers out until you have enough. And for that bait I don't need all my fibers or the length of my fibers. So I will cut it a bit. Yeah, the amount is okay. I just cut like this on both sides, and then I taper it again. I taper my material until it's very thin at the end. So as you can see here, the flash which is gonna be falling out, you just pull and bring it back again in the material. So now we have tapered our two ends. It looks good. Again, some flash. And now I need my hair iron. I do that only because the material is very stiff and very curly. So if we do that, the material is gonna get a bit more light and playing in the water, you know what I mean? Just loses its stiffness, so it plays more in the water, more lively, more active. This is the back part, the tail section I'm doing right now, and this is my volume section, my supporting section. I will put it on like 50-60 or 30-70. I always need that curly part. We'll correct it a bit in the back. Okay. I always need the curly part in our section where we create the volume, because the curly, the crinkled part will support itself, so that the material doesn't slip in itself or doesn't fall together. For this fly, which is 100% full synthetic, I can promise you that it keeps no water. It's very easy to cast. It's playing very, very well in the water. With the good access here on the hook, you can easily grab the hook for unhooking the fish, and you won't destroy your fly, like cutting a tying point or stuff like that. Everybody knows that. So now you distribute your material equally around the hook shank. The forward part too. I just combed it a bit, you can't see that, but that doesn't matter. Now I will use a tube to push my material in position. If you push your material in position, have a look for the material, that it's equally distributed. See there? You can have a look while holding the material. You can see that from the front very good. Now just catch my material with a thread and have a look. It looks quite good. Push a bit to set it, and then we go towards the bead surface, the cutted bead surface. The more you go to the bead surface, the more volume you will create, as you can see. And it's very, very hollow. You can easily see my finger through it. Yeah, I think I'm at the spot right now. Just pull it a bit again. So now we can get our material a bit fixed so that we can move a bit more freely. Now I will pick some lateral scale just for the sideline. Try to pick out some strands which are straight. I don't know why, but I always get the black one in curly mode. If you know what I mean. All the others come really, really straight. 1, 2, 3 thread wraps just to lock it in place a bit, or get it in place. The other side, the same action. 1, 2, 3. Have a look. Looks quite good. We get it to the back. Then we lock it in place. So now we can cut it. Good. Now we secure our tying point again. Security for our material. Our tying point is very important. You know how sharp the pike's teeth are. So now we are half done. Get the thread in the front. Now we need my new material. It isn't really new. I have it like a half a year now. The curly creature dubbing. It's a dubbing for predator flies, especially heads of predator flies. It's a bit longer than the common ones. A bit stiffer, a bit more curly, a bit thicker, so a bit stiffer. You need less of it to create more volume. And the back part I'm doing with the complete length. It's about 12 centimeters. Let's have a look. We got something to measure. It's even 30 centimeters, 13 or 14 centimeters maybe. I will do 2 parts in the back, 1 part in the front. Just get it in position. I do 2 tying sections for the head now, for the final, or 2 tying steps for the final head, because in the belly part I need shorter material just to make the fly swim straight, because the less material in the belly part will give the back part a bit more swimming opportunity, swimming mode, you know what I mean, because more material which swims in the back is forcing the bait to stand straight up. You see it's a bit shorter than the other part I used. Here I go like 3 in the back, 1 in the front. Very less amount of material. Get it in position. Great stuff, the material, I love it. Searched a long time for it. Then we need to secure it again. If we have these synthetic materials, we always have to have a look for securing them, because they are gonna slip if we won't do that. And who wants his material slipped on the hook shank? Now we do our material like a beard in the top, a beard in the bottom part. Now I turn it a bit so the thread is in the gap of these 2 material tying points. Easy and quick to do. Get the thread in the front. Just support the material. Again, just lock it in place for doing a proper head finish. One, 2, 3, that's it. We have enough super glue in there. Just again pull it a bit so that the knot is very tight. Cut it away. And then the fly is mostly finished. As you can see now, the material shapes the head perfectly. That's a fly looking like a water drop. I always say like that. In the front it's gonna push a lot of water and the whole bait won't lose any volume in the water, because the tying style and the material I used is very good to provocate a lot of pressure. So now we're gonna do our head in a few steps. I think you maybe have seen the video I did for making solid heads for pike flies, so I won't lose that much words now. Just get my eyes in place with a bit of super glue and gel. Afterwards we're going to do the head with some RAIDZAP. Great product, new stuff on the market. It's very easy to shape great heads with that stuff. Now with the eyes have a look for straightness. As As you can see now, the eyes are sitting in their position. I love that. So I'm gonna do it with this one, the thin one, first, to cover the space in between the eyes. Thought they would sit perfectly, but yeah, there's one eye a bit sticking out, but I don't care. Okay, so you massage the material a bit in, and you harden it with your UV torch just to get it in position. The bottom part we do the same. The thin one. You can see that. Locked. And you can see, even if you push the material down in the front, it won't lose any volume. Next step, the thick one. First I'm going to do the sides of the eyes. Do that very slow, you have time. The thick one is especially made for stuff like that. If you have tied a super looking fly and you fuck up the head, you're gonna be mad. Same on the other side. Take your time. And keep it simple. Even the thick one of the RAIDZAP here is good to dispense, even with this little tube in the front with a small diameter. You have no problems to get the material out. You don't have to warm it up first or do stuff like that. So now just again have a look. Looks quite good. And harden it. So again, my brush. Very sparsely tied fly with a massive volume, a nice sparkle, and less effort in tying. You see the head now? Quite good. perfect stuff. Yeah, thanks for watching. If you haven't already, subscribe my channel. Place a comment if you liked it or not. If you have any questions, just ask me. And ring the bell for next updates. Bye bye.